am Dmitry Zuckerman. I am an employee at Crittenton Services, and I believe that I am here in the right place, however it is that I found it. I was just a person, citizen like everybody else, until I came here and understood what the lives of some of these kids are. And I hope that when the girls get out of here, they're going to understand what my life was before I got here, what the life of somebody that's not in the system, and all the great things that they're able to achieve. You can't really judge success until you've seen failure. And I believe that everything that I've learned and everything that I'm learning now is going to make my job easier and better to do tomorrow. And in turn, hopefully all the things the girls are learning now, it's going to make their lives easier to live as they grow up. Because under the circumstances right now, with 3/4 of people living in poverty being women and children, it's no wonder that we have such a packed house here at all times. And when women are paid less than men, even with the same qualifications and working with the same hours, it's hard to inspire people to go out and try their best when limits are clearly placed on them. But what we try to do is teach the girls that the only limits that are placed on you are the limits you believe to be there. Girls are 3 times more likely to be sexually abused as children as well, which is why when they come here, a lot of times they're vulnerable, they've been shot down, they're not in the best situation to be able to get up and put their lives together. And that's where all of us come in, and that's where we can come help. And I see many moms come here and think that that they're nothing but victims and that they're owed the whole world. About 90% of those, after being here for a while and getting some of the care and just everyday life experience that we give them, come to see that when they get out of here, there is absolutely nothing that sets them aside from all the moms out in the world that never went through all these things. That they're no longer victims. They've simply had experience just like everybody else. And even though their experience is a little bit less favorable, all it is experience, and that everything can be put behind you like a story, which everybody has. And when you do get out of here, there's nothing to say that they can't raise their kids to be greater and more successful than people that grew up in healthy and happy homes. And it's the biggest piece of advice that I always give the girls when they're telling me about their mom and their dad that doesn't love them, that's mistreating them. Biggest piece of advice I give them is that you have absolutely no control over that, but just think about how powerful you are, because you have 100% control over how your kid loves people, how your kid treats people, how your kid learns from people, how your kid treats his friends, and how they allow themselves to be treated by their friends and by everybody else. And that type of control is the strongest that anybody can ever get in this world. And because of some of these circumstances that that the girls are going through, I believe that we cannot accept it. The girls are not invisible, and together we believe, we achieve, and we can empower the girls. So everybody should support young mothers at the margin.